we're going to keep this as basic as we can just to make this simple and fun. I am shooting on an iPhone 6. I started shooting on a 4S. They're both pretty similar, just using the standard camera photo app. I would suggest starting by disabling the flash. You would tap the lightning bolt symbol on the left there and click the off. Same thing for HDR. What that's going to do is take an overexposed and an underexposed picture so that you can meld the two together if you want. For simplicity, I would suggest just turning that off for now because we're going to work with the standard controls. The other two on the left there, if you have them, are the timer. If you wanted to set a timer and run somehow after balancing your phone, and the color controls, and that just kind of gets a little superfluous, so we're not going to worry about that today. There are also a lot of different video or photo options, but we're going to stick with the standard photo one there. So to cover the rest of the controls, there is the picture button here, which is the kind of the on-screen one. The other options are actually the volume buttons. You can tap either of those and that will do it. That can be sometimes easier rather than trying to awkwardly maneuver your finger on the screen while you're doing things. So that's the one I prefer to use and it works a lot easier. To get onto the on-screen controls, which are not visible, there is the tap focus, which is very helpful, where if you want to pick a point to focus on, you can use that to center up and to focus in. It can be a little tricky, especially if you're trying to get to something close or further away, because it's trying to intelligently guess what you're after, but I found that after about 10-15 tries, I can usually get what I want. So that's just something to keep in mind. Another helpful tip is that if you want to lock onto specific brightness controls, so for example, if I wanted to focus just to get on this watch, I'm going to tap and hold, and you'll see the screen kind of shift a little bit, and it'll throw up this message that says AEAF lock. So it'll stay that way regardless of where I position the camera. It won't change the brightness based on where I look, because it will do that automatically otherwise. If I'm unhappy with the current lock that I've done, I can make a little fine-tuning adjustment by putting my finger down and dragging up or down. You can see there's a little sun symbol. I can make it brighter, or I can make it less so. And that can be helpful for adjusting all before you take the picture. And the last little bit of it is really just snap of the picture. And that can be really easy. There is a little bit of digital zoom you can do, which you just put your fingers on and either pinch or expand out. I actually tend not to use that though, because you start sacrificing quality, and well, it looks good on the phone. It doesn't look good if you actually intend to print these or do other things with them. So if your application is for social media, have at it, but otherwise I would say if you can, just simply move the phone closer, and that works better for using the optical lens, which actually has no optical focus. It's all digital. So that should get you started for taking some nice pictures, and don't be afraid of trying things out or getting in close or trying many different times, different combinations. It's digital. You can always delete what you don't use. Go for it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and spend your time with me. I do hope that this encourages you and gives you just a little bit of confidence to try things out even on your smartphone, to go out and explore and adventure and take pictures and just see what you can come up with. I'd be really interested to see what it is that you do, especially with your smartphone. Go ahead and comment and post either here or on my Facebook and show me what you're up to. I'd be so glad to see that you're trying things out. Also, please do subscribe. And if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up to let me know that this was helpful. I look forward to seeing you in the next videos as they come up.